Welcome, amazing one, and let's solve this beautiful geometry puzzle together. We are given a quarter circle PMR, and inscribed is a rectangle such that the vertex of the rectangle touches this part of the quarter circle. This is the arc of the quarter circle, and it's touching it at Y. It's also touching it at this point, which is X, and also at this, which is point Q. Length Rx measures 10 units, length QM measures 5 units, and we are asked to find the area of the shaded rectangle. Is this something you can do? Don't worry yourself. I will take you through it step by step. It's just so easy. Now remember that the area of a rectangle is just for us to get this side. If you can get this length PX, if you can get that length PX, multiply it by this length PQ. If you can do that, then it gives us the area of the rectangle. But the question is, how do we find length PX and then find length PQ? If we can find these two lengths, then we can find the area. But don't worry, I will show you how to do that step by step. Now, remember that for a quarter circle, you know that this is a full circle. If I divide this circle equally into 4 parts, I take a part of this 4. If I take this part off, that is the quarter circle. And it means that this is the center. Remember, a line from the center touching any part of the circumference is your radius. So if you take this part off, this is what you have. So this length is your radius, just like you have here, and this is your radius. Now applying it here, you observe that this length PM, the whole of this length PM, is the radius of this quarter circle. So in that case, we are going to have it, this length PM is giving us the radius, so we have it as R. You can write it up here. Now, what other things should we identify? The same happens to length PR. This whole length is also the radius. Now, what should we do? The question has given us length QM as 5. It means length PQ is going to be, so this length is going to give us R minus 5. So that when you add these two, it gives you back the total length, which is R. Now for this, what should we do? From here to here, which is RS is 10. So to get PX, it means you are going to have R minus 10. If you add these two, it gives you back the radius. You've not changed anything. So what did you observe? You now observe that we have identified length PX and length PQ. But the question is, how do we find this R? If you can find the radius R, then it makes it much easier for us. Now, what we should do next is, remember that the radius is the line from the center touching any part of the circumference. This point P, we remember, is the center of the quarter circle. So we are free to generate another radius just to help us in what we solve. And remember, in this kind of question, you target your intersecting points. So in that case, we are free to draw a line from here. We are targeting this point because this is also an arc and is also the same as part of the circumference. So we can draw a line from this center to touch this part. Let's do it together. So let's join it gradually. So this is what we have. This is also our radius. And in that case, we can label it R. What did you observe? Remember that this is a rectangle. The angle at the vertex is always right angle. This part is 90. This part is also 90. And you see that you have two right triangles in here. So you are free, and these two right triangles are equal because this diagonal line divides this equally. So in that case, we are free to use each of these. We can use this part of the right triangle, or we can use this. Let's use this part. So let's bring it out. This is what you have. This length is the same as this because the opposite sides of a rectangle are equal. So in that case, it's going to still give us R minus 10. Now, what should we do next? This is Q, here is Y, and then here is P. We also have it that length PQ is R minus 5. Now what do we do next? Length PY is given as R and its right angles here. So what should we do? You see we are working with the three sides of a right triangle. Just remember to use your Pythagorean's theorem. Applying it here, we are going to have, if you are a returning viewer, thank you for always choosing to learn through us. If you love what to do, why not subscribe for the more you get? Make sure notification bell is on because you get updates from us every day. Don't forget to also like and share. Thank you. And let's keep doing this to have. So this gives us, now remember that in your using your Pythagorean's theorem, the side that is opposite to the right angle, this angle, is always the longest. So what should you do? Square it. So it's going to be length PY. So we have length PY squared should be equal to the square of the two legs summed. So it should be equal to PQ plus QY. So what should we do? Let's adjust this. So we now substitute. And to do that, we are going to have PY is given as R. So we have R squared is equal to, square these two, we have R minus 5 squared plus QY is given as R minus 10 all squared. Now what do we do? Just remember that for every A minus B squared, it's always A squared minus 2AB plus B squared. Let's apply this algebraic identity on the right part. So we have R squared is equal to, this will give us R squared minus 2 times R times 5 plus 5 squared. Then plus, for this you have, apply this here. We have R squared, then minus 2 times R times 10, then plus 10 squared. So let's work this out. And this gives us, so we now have R squared is equal to R squared. Multiply this, it gives us negative 10R plus 5 squared gives us 25. Then we have plus R squared. Multiply this, it gives us negative 20R plus 100. Now what should we do next? Let's simplify. We have R squared is equal to R plus R gives us 2R squared. Add these two, it gives us negative 30R. Add this, it gives us 125. Now what do we do next? Let's take this R squared to the right. Because it's positive, you subtract R squared from both sides. To keep solving, we can now have it as, so this gives us R minus R is 0. So we have 0 is equal to, subtract this, it gives you R squared, then minus 30R plus 125. You see that this has led you to quadratic equation because the highest power of R is 2. So quickly rearrange it. So we have R squared minus 30R plus 125 is equal to 0. These two are the same. Now what should we do at this point? We are going to find a pair that when we multiply, it gives us 125. And when we add the pair, it gives us negative 30. What pair are we looking at? Let me show you how to do that. So to do that, we are going to now have 125. Let's look at the numbers that can divide. 5 can divide this, and 5 here will give us 2. 5 in 25 will give us 5. 5 here will give us 5, and 5 in itself is 1. Since we are looking for two numbers that will give us negative 30, when we add, we can multiply this and then work with this. So we have multiply this, it gives us 25, and this is 5. So we have negative and negative. Add these two negatives, it gives you negative 30. And when you multiply two negatives, it gives you positive 125. So the numbers are negative 25 and negative 5, negative 25 and negative 5. So let's work it out. We are going to now have, so what we do now is open up two brackets. Then since it's R squared, put 1 in each of them. We have minus 25 minus 5. To solve this, we have R minus 25 is equal to 0. Solving it, to remove minus 25, you add 25 to both sides. So when you do that, r, subtract this is 0. 0 add this gives you 25. So this is the value of r. Now let's work this out. We have r minus 5 is 0. So what should we do? To remove this, you add 5 to both sides. Add this is 0. So we have r will give us 5. So the second value of r is 5. Now looking at these two values of r, which of them should we go for? Let's go back to the diagram. You observe that you see this whole length from here down to this, we said is measured r. And if this is true, we have been told that this length qm is 5 units. So what do you think? Do you think the radius should be 5? If the radius is 5, from here to here is 5, it means that the radius does not exist, because here cannot be 5 and the radius is also 5. So in that case, the radius cannot be 5. We can accept this radius as 25. Now that we have found the radius of the quarter circle, we can now go back to find length PQ and then length PX. Let's do that together. So bringing out this rectangle, this is what it looks like. This is Y, here is Q, here is P, and here is X. This length PQ, remember we said the radius, so we have it that the radius is 25 units. So in that case, we are going to have length PQ will be 25 minus 5. And when you do that, it gives you 20. So length PQ, this length is going to be 20 units. Then for PX, it is R minus 10. It's going to be 25 minus 10. And when you subtract this, it gives you 15. So this length is 15 units. Now to get the area of the rectangle, we are going to have area, we said, is PQ multiplied by PX. So this is giving us area is equal to 20 multiplied by this length is 15. So what should we do? Just do 2 times 15, and that gives you area is 30 tens, which is 300. And that is our answer in squared units. And I hope you learned something. Don't forget to tell us how much. Like, share. I'll also be curious to see your own method. You can ask questions. I'll be there with you in the comment. Thank you for always choosing to learn through us. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Do have a lovely day. Bye.